Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am Symtherin and thank you for Slyther-in. Also, happy October 1st. It's official. It's spooky season. So of course, we are building in fall here in Brindleton Bay. When I started working on this build, I knew I wanted to do something small because my last build was a large family base game only build. So if you haven't seen that, check it out. But I needed to downsize for my own sanity, as I think many of you made clear in the comments of the last video as well. So I'm glad I'm not the only one. To this moment of me recording this voiceover, I have no idea what I'm calling this video. I have no idea what I'm calling this home. I actually don't really know what it is. It's not quite a cottage, maybe. I don't know. It kind of took a turn somewhere. Okay, so a little backstory. But first, like this video, subscribe, thumbs up, ring the bell, do all the good stuff that the algorithm just eats up and loves, because it really helps me out. But the story of this build goes, I was hopping from lot to lot to apartment to lot to lot. I wasn't liking anything that I was putting down, and maybe some of you builders can relate. Like, I hit bulldoze so many times, and then I got to this one and I wanted to use the Desert Luxe kit. Like you can see, I used those windows there, but those windows end up going away because they didn't fit the vibe. There's a point here pretty soon where I'm going to put down a fence from, oh goodness, is it vampires? Or it might be vampires because I filtered by orange here. I lied. That is the fence from the Strangerville pack. And then I put these green bricks on from the high school years pack. And I was kind of like, okay, I think I like where it's going. So I'm just going to play around with it for a bit and you guys get to watch me play with it. But so how are you guys doing? Happy spooky season. What are your plans this fall? I am so excited to decorate. My boyfriend and I last spring moved in together. So we've got our own little place. And I'm just excited to actually decorate it. I got a big spider, some ghosts, some graveyard things. It's gonna be cute. I can't wait. Ooh, we're doing that later today. But we've got terrain paint and just playing around with that. The landscaping is not my typical landscaping. I was trying to use things that I don't typically use. I got this like grass stuff. It pretty much looks like dead, dried out grass that might be a little overgrown, which I thought fit for a fall build, which is kind of what I was going for. Tell me if you think this is a fall build. I don't know. But we've got this roof piece up here. I was trying to add some more interest to the top of the house. But here's that grass. I never used that, but I kind of liked it. It was really patchy. Anyway, the roof piece. It's there now. It's going to disappear later. Let's not talk about it. Well, we can talk about it. So my boyfriend walked in at some point while I was building this and he was like, I don't know, that piece looks weird. And I was like, oh yeah, maybe. He felt like it was like, it didn't fit the build in general. So I end up getting rid of it and I get rid of the pergola that I built on top of the porch and just put like a slanted, I don't know, what do you call it? Half gable roof? Is it half gable? I don't know the roof names. But here, of course, I'm using the Desert Luxe kit. I used a lot of new packs in this build. We've got the Desert Luxe kit. We've got a lot of high school year stuff going on. And of course, I drew pumpkins around because that means it's a fall build, right? Just throw pumpkins around. Got it. But I don't know, I thought it was pretty cute. I think the sim who would live here would be kind of, I guess, whimsical. I've been feeling a lot of whimsy lately, but whimsical, maybe a little eccentric, Definitely into a whole bunch of different kinds of styles, and not afraid to experiment and have things that don't match, if that makes sense. Now we're going to move on to the interior. We're starting with the kitchen here, and I knew I wanted to keep it somewhat modern and colorful, kind of like the front or the exterior, but also capture the whimsicalness of fall, if that makes sense. So it's not like warm. I would say I wouldn't call it warm, but I would still call it cozy. Very chic, I think, is what we can call it too. So here in the kitchen, we've got an orange fridge. I believe that's the one from the Cut Tree kitchen kit. And then, of course, I can't make kitchens anymore without using these Dream Home Decorator cabinets and counters because they're just so good. They're so good, and every time I try to use a different counter and things, I can't bring myself to do it anymore. Is anyone else feeling the same? Because, oh gosh, I just can't. So here we're filtering by orange. I'm trying to bring orange into like some of the rugs, make it super cozy as I start planning out the dining room area. This actually, the first rug I put down, it has that pattern that I feel like it really matched well with the curtains I put up. Those curtains are from the high school pack, and the shelving unit here next to the sink I'm building is also from the high school pack. So that's fun. And then, yeah, we're picking out a dining table. And I played around with this for a while. A long while. So while we're at that, I am going to announce, I didn't announce it on all of my socials, so if you're not following me on Twitter, Instagram, all that fun stuff, go there. But I have been accepted to be a part of the Sims 4 Builder Games Season 3 All-Stars. If you remember a while back, I was part of Season 1, and it was such a blast. And it's basically hosted and created by Juby Sims, who is an incredible talented builder. She builds castles and these amazing things, but she gathered a bunch of builders and then some judges, and it's so fun. It's kind of like a reality TV show, but for the Sims, but on the internet. Remember Sims Spark? Kind of like that, but not really like that. But we basically get shells and challenges that Juby creates, and we all have to do our best and hope not to get eliminated. Fingers crossed. So be on the lookout because the season officially starts today, October 1st. It's an 8-week season, so go follow along. And this season is going to be exciting because there's going to be an element where you guys, the fans or watchers, you can join the Discord with us, interact with all the builders and judges. You can vote for your favorite team for each week. So there's 2 teams. There's a red team and a blue team. The red team is basically all of our builds have to be fall themed, and the blue team has to be like winter and cool and all that cool stuff. So I'm part of red team. Go red team. And it's going to be a blast. So look forward to videos and images for those things. But here we're doing just a simple 3-tile bathroom because why not? It is a small home. I meant it to be a tiny home, but I don't think I made it that small or small enough to be considered tiny. But I still love the simplicity of a 3-tile bathroom, especially because I don't have to think too much about it. Here we're moving on to the living room, which I also feel like came out really cozy. I love this couch from the Desert Luxe kit. It might be my new favorite couch. It just looks so comfy. Like I could sit there and watch TV all day. But I paired it with the high school pack coffee tables. And we're sizing up some rugs. We end up putting a tiny living room TV in here. And then here off in the bedroom, I think you can see I grabbed some No CC gallery art. I used a couple of No CC gallery art from a couple different creators. So those names will pop up on the screen shortly. The first one that I'm going to move into the living room area is from Koki Creative, who's also a wonderful builder here in the Sims community, so definitely check her out. And then holy schmo wow, I used something from her in the dining room. So yeah, no CC gallery art is great when none of the art in game is matching the vibe of your build. So it's real easy. You just go to the gallery, type in no CC art, and a whole bunch of stuff from a whole bunch of amazing people are going to come up and you can use it. It doesn't count as custom content and it's a lot of fun. I think people are so creative and it's so cool. And I think it's fairly easy to make. A lot of it is like Sims can just paint from reference, I believe, but I could be wrong. But I think the living room is pretty much finished. We do have a couple of sofas, some chairs from high school, the high school pack again, and of course the Dream Home Decorator lounge chairs because I just can't not use that pack. I'm sorry. But also not sorry. But this back area is pretty simple. It's just a door leading out to the backyard. The backyard isn't even that exciting. I think on the porch I just put a flower arranging table. Just something for your Sims to do, but I also didn't think of anything else the Sim would put here. I mean, they got the beach right out their back door, so I don't think you need much, right? And I got these shelves, but they don't even have slots in them, which is strange. And I didn't feel like fighting with them at this point to try and clutter it up and use tool mod, and I was getting pretty lazy at this point and ready to move on to the bedroom, which I absolutely love how it came out because I discovered some fun swatches on the bed for this bed from the high school pack, of course, again. Like first, that blue with the skulls on it, that's adorable. I've never seen that before in my life and I want it. But this one really matched. It had the yellows and the oranges, and I'm trying to squeeze in 2 end tables here, but I couldn't do it. So I think we just put up a painting, also from Holy Schmo Wow, I believe. And I think a plant, probably. Yeah, here I'm grabbing that art, sizing it down, and then deleting the room. What else goes in this room? We also have a nice office space, and I actually did this cool thing with the, you know, that screen from the little campers kit that you can watch like movies and things on, the projector screen or the sheet, whatever you call it. I used that, sized it down a little bit, made it look like it was on top of some shelving. Here, we're doing it now. And I thought, I want this in my bedroom because look how cozy it just came out. It's so cute. I used these cabinets, sized it down a little bit. I used tulle after I said I was too lazy to use tulle in the other room, but then of course I had to use it. And then in this corner is just the desk space. I add some beanbag chairs in front of the screen and some clutter, a dresser, more plants, hanging plants, of course, from Nifty Knitting. And yeah, this build was actually really fun to work on and very plant heavy, but what build isn't? I hope you guys like it, and it is available on the gallery for you to download. At least it will be soon. Now that I'm saying it, I don't think I put it up yet, but I will today. Alright, well, if you enjoyed this video, give it a big thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and ring the bell. Stay tuned for the cinematic tour, and comment below what you think of the build. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye!